and welcome to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Millie and today I'm going to be talking about my 2020 makeup predictions. Now this is a video concept that has been previously done by Angelica on YouTube, and I will link her video down below. She initially did a video in the beginning of 2019 predicting what she thinks will happen in the beauty makeup world. So it was really fun to see her predictions, and now that 2019 is over, she did a video where she kind of looked back at what she predicted and if she was right. And I thought that was super interesting, especially when you're following the beauty community and beauty industry so closely. And I found that super fun because I myself live, breathe, and eat makeup every day, and I really just absorb everything. And so I have some thoughts on some 2020 makeup beauty industry predictions. So I have quite a bit of them, so let's get into it. And I have my little notes here that I put down, and I'm sure there's going to be some predictions that I'm going to come up with after I post this video, so I will probably leave them in the comments below, but I'm sure I'm forgetting something. But these are kind of the main ones. So the first one, which really stood out for me from Angie's video, is that brands will be continuing releasing palettes with different textures in them. So it's not just like a metallic and a matte like what we've been seeing, but in the last year we've really seen a rise in palettes with different textures, where there's like flaky kind of metallics, there's regular metallics, satin, matte, all kinds of different formulas, especially like Natasha Denona's kind of almost gel cream matte formula from the Metropolis palette, which is really cool. So I definitely agree. I think we're going to see a lot more of that. And at this point, I really think it's kind of what people expect and really want from a palette. And I also feel like this kind of adds on to the feeling of value, that you're getting value from a palette because it has so many different textures and varieties. So definitely agree with Angie on this because I really think this is going to be much more common in 2020. And the next thing I think Angie also mentioned, which was more collaborations with celebrities. And I definitely see that being a thing. I think that's something that's been going on for a long time, and it's just, there's no way that's gonna stop. So I definitely think we're gonna see more collabs with not just makeup and celebrities, but also skincare and celebrities. For example, Millie Bobby Brown and her line at Ulta, I think Florence by Mills or something like that. And I personally don't really care for like collaborations with celebrities. I'd much rather support smaller collaborations with smaller creators. But I do think we're gonna see an influx of either collaborations or celebrities creating their own makeup lines or skincare lines. I think it's going to be really common. It seems like everyone's really trying to capitalize on just how much the beauty and cosmetic industry has really blown up. And another thing I think that we will see more in 2020 is pressed glitters in palettes. I know a lot of people don't like that, but there are, a lot of people that do enjoy that and like that. Again, it's another texture in a palette. And I think that's something that was like slowly creeping into 2019 as ColourPop has started doing pressed glitters in not just palettes but their singles as well. And I really think that pressed glitters have just begun getting some traction in 2019, but I think they will come to a tipping point in 2020 where we will see a lot of them. And I think that that will be really interesting because brands do listen to consumers, but only to an extent, and as long as the glitters are selling, they're gonna keep doing it. So the next thing is more collaborations when it comes to kind of movies, food brands, hopefully games. I think is what Angie mentioned. I would love to see more game palettes, but like from trusted brands, not just kind of like Crayola coming out with their own makeup, which wasn't even like branded, so it's like you don't know the quality. So I would like to see some like kind of video game collabs with like maybe ColourPop because I trust their formula. So I do think that we're gonna see maybe like a Lay's makeup line, maybe like Pepsi, Coca-Cola. I think they might already have like here and there some kind of chapsticks that smell like Pepsi or something, but I think it's gonna really become much more common because like I said before, everyone's trying to capitalize on the beauty industry and seeing how much it's blown up and how much money there is to be made. So I think we're going to see a lot of random little brands that you would never think that would want to have a makeup palette make a makeup palette. Also, this next one is very specific to ColourPop, but I think we're going to see for sure a rainbow 39 pen palette, just like they did the nudes bare necessities or something like that, and the Kathleen Lights collab. I think we're going to see a rainbow palette in 2020. I'm like 99.9% sure. Quote me on this. Let's take bets down in the comments below because there's going to be a rainbow palette. And honestly, I'm not going to be mad at it. I really like the smaller pans, so you don't feel like you're wielding around a giant atlas of eyeshadows. And all in all, I think they're going to do lots of themed palettes with that size. I know a lot of people are sick of it. They don't want larger palettes. They don't want that many eyeshadows. But again, that's clearly not the majority because they're still making them, and they're going to keep doing it just like they keep putting glitters in palettes and selling pressed glitters. It's just going to keep happening. I also think that 2020, they're not really going to slow down in releases, but I don't think they're going to speed up either. I think they're going to kind of keep it the same. And going off that, I do think we're going to still be seeing a lot of themed palettes from other brands, kind of like BH Cosmetics did these Zodiac palettes. I think we're going to see a lot of that from other brands as well. And also going back to ColourPop, I think we're going to see a lot of color-themed palettes from other brands as well, because I've seen the success that ColourPop has had with the 9-pan palettes. And probably some more food-themed palettes, kind of like Lamplight does, as well as maybe flower-themed, animal-themed. And my last prediction for 2020 is kind of a carryover from 2019, which is a skincare focus in makeup. It's like putting skincare ingredients into makeup to kind of get the benefit of regular makeup and skincare. I think we're going to see more things put into powders, possibly highlighters, blushes, definitely foundations, ingredients that will promise anti-aging and moisturizing. I think it's become such a huge focus in 2019, and I just don't see it going back to the matte full coverage trend that we've seen in like 2017 and before. I think it's going to be much more subtle. It's going to be a lot of like blown out makeup, looks blended, looks natural. So kind of focusing on your skin but better. Antioxidants, sunscreen, I think are all going to be very important. And I also think something that's going to be very trendy in skincare is going to be specific natural ingredients. Like 2019 was the year of CBD being shoved into literally everything possible. So I do think that will continue to an extent into 2020, but I do think we're going to see a lot more other natural ingredients that are maybe more sustainable being put into skincare as well as makeup products. So those are my predictions for 2020, but I'm really curious to hear what your 2020 predictions are, so let me know in the comments below. We can have a little chit chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time.